Yeah, I promise not to turn off the game when I see the old tongue spinning around on my screen. I've actually got zero idea what I'm getting myself into here. I saw this on Steam and it was tagged fishing and Lovecraftian horror. So I just immediately bought it. This looks peaceful though. Oh, the job listing. The old security guard went missing. That is us. This is what I actually look like. Wait, we're dead. We've immediately died. What the hell just happened there? The morning light fills your eyes, and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. He looks friendly. Welcome to Greater Marrow. I must say, quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Ah well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few of the locals move your things to one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. What a kind man. I'll let you get out there to catch some fish. See if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time, it can really creep up on you. That's in red. This is an important statement right now. Okay, this is showing us some boat stats, so I know that means 24 knots. I don't know what knots are, but I know that means that there's 24 of them, alright? Fishing speed is at 85%. We need to get our efficiency up on that. So I've met the mayor, who sent me out to catch some fish. He seems nice enough, warned me back to get before nightfall. Bit dramatic. Our first quest is to play the game. So it's 6 AM. Move forwards with... Okay, so this is just regular sort of controls. Hey, this is pretty nice. Alright, now we're going to a fishing spot. Splashes on the surface, I think that this is what we want. You don't have the right equipment to fish here. Well, I managed to catch something. That's a blue mackerel. Why do we have the, like, Resident Evil inventory? Alright, let's get this fish. Oh, yeah. The fish, they fear me. Is this a different kind of fish? No, it's still blue mackerel. We're gonna have so much fish. Never mind, we have committed to overfishing. Haha, that's meta. Can I go like over here? Wait, what is this? Time only advances when you're moving, fishing, or taking other specific actions. If you close your eyes and just stand still, time stops. There's also like a storm rolling in. Is there a fish over here I can go get? Did a fish get hit by that? I can fish here. Let's get the lightning fish. Blue mackerel. It's all just mackerel, isn't it? There's a certain real peacefulness to this game, actually. Like, I'm sure at some point that horror element that the Steam page mentions is going to come into play. But it's not yet, so... It is what it is. Oh, okay, spot's been depleted. There's never enough fish. Yeah, that's the fog coming in now. Let's head back in. Like, I'm gonna test fate, but just not right now. Because I'm sure there's, like, stuff to do over here. Yeah, that just got dark. It's like daylight savings. You step onto the dock at Greater Marrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. Ah, I see you've returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel. Yours to own. We're taking out a loan, calling it right now. I understand that you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a like called it. But I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. We have to pay taxes. So, to recap, you'll need to sell fish at the local market, paying off your debt, and in turn, keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understand? Where do I sell the fish? Our local fishmonger will appraise and purchase what you catch. He's open all hours. This man does not sleep. Off you go then. Sell those fish while they're still fresh. Okay, the fishmonger's here. As I said, this man does not sleep. You enter a squalid shack on the fringe of the marketplace. The familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter. There's a real, like, rhythm to the dialogue of this game, isn't there? You're the new fisherman, eh? Surprised they found a new one so fast. What happened to the other one? It takes a certain type of person to last out here. It's not a life for everyone. The fish got to him first. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more too. Other towns on other islands might pay you different, but while you've still got a debt outstanding here, I suggest you work on paying it off first. Practically worthless, but enough to stave off the hunger. Hey, 12 bucks is 12 bucks. The mayor is standing outside the fishmonger's store. Excellent work. I have no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Look here, I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you could make something out of it. Why don't you take it? What is it? A research part. Thank you, good sir. Oh, one last thing. Our local shipwright mentioned she might be able to help make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. Yes, here we go. Upgrades. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks up at you briefly before turning back to her work. Hey, we got a steam achievement. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is upfront, and everything takes some time to install. Oh, okay. We've got a time mechanic to this game. Also, if you take any damage from the rocks or damage at all, I can patch it up, mostly. Does that imply that there's going to be permanent damage to boats? She shrugs and gestures toward the hull she's currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched. That is implying something. Take a look around. Just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install, so plan ahead. Oh, okay, so that instantly skips forward. Okay. We still got $32 on our ship loan repayments. If that's a ship for like $40, we're doing pretty well. It's fishing time. Oh, this is new. Oh, okay. Oh, that one hurts my brain. These are some big fish. Can I fish here? Nope, of course not. I feel like just until we kind of get our bearings, I'm gonna stick close to this town. Because as I said, I know nothing about this, so I don't actually know what's gonna happen if you're out after dark. Like, for all I know, it could be wonderful. And, like, a polite man comes out and he gives you, like, his fortune. Or, like, the fish start fishing you. It could really be any of the two. Oh yeah, it's warning me about nightfall. Oh well, we had a good run. I've had a special order come through from a customer. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay you above normal prices. Tell me. They asked for 1 Gulf flounder and 1 grey eel. Just bring them in when you have them. I think I've got them now. You'll need to have a rod that can handle shallow water fish in order to catch those. The shipwright should be able to sort that out for you. Just leave whatever you have here. I'll keep the order on ice until it's ready to go. Gulf flounder, grey eel. That was $52. Good. They should be pleased with these. I'd hope so. I've got another order here. This one's a little more curious. They want a couple of squid and a whole black grouper. I don't see many people fishing squid these days. They only feed at night. Oh. And well, you know what nights are like around here. Good luck. I don't know what the nights are like around here. Hope the seagulls didn't get to your catch. Those blasted pests. This man does not like seagulls. I will say, from this here, about the 2 squid and how they only go at night. The game's definitely wanting us to stay out at night, by when you get that. A single unlucky hit is enough to knock out an engine, and you wouldn't want to be without a motor when the fog rolls in. I don't know what the fog actually, has. So we got this one, which is, someone's tuned this engine in an unfamiliar way. Whatever they did seems to have given it more power than normal. Are we going to get boat lore at some point? And we also have lights, shining through the gloom. Yeah, okay, these are all for being out in the fog, I assume. On one hand, we have enough for this fishing rod with, the weighted line. But on the other hand, I've only heard about, how horrific this fog is going to be. I really think that this is going to be the better call here. Just give me it. So this is like a skill tree thing going on here. For a more flexible fishing style, or significantly larger species of fish. We'll take that, because there was these, shark sort of things over there. Oh, okay, it's just an upgrade that you can now buy. I assume that you sell that? Yeah, you do. Oh, that's expensive. A hunched woman approaches you from the steps to the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension. Why are you here? I've come to fish. There's nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on. She turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the light. Just the person I was hoping to see. Will you be sailing east towards Little Marrow? Would you please give this package to the dock worker there? The mayor hands you a small damp package bound in string. It's dripping slightly. It's going to be like a wrapped up fish. The dock worker will pay you upon delivery. Please be quick about it. I don't want it to spoil. It's definitely a fish. Package feels quite dense and damp. Something is seeping through the paper. Curious, but I won't open it. Why does it keep saying that the package is damp? Oh, okay. Is that just the town that's across from us? We are in the wrong business. We should be in shipping. Wait, what's this? Light up the night. Stronger lights lessen the effects of panic. That's definitely a game mechanic, but I don't know what that is. What? A delivery. Let's see here. He tears a small hole in the paper and peeks inside. You can't say for sure, but it feels like he's shielding it from your view. Yeah, nice and fresh. This'll do nicely. I'm to pay you, I suppose. 25 bucks. Not bad. He hands you some money. I was given this old book a few weeks back, but it didn't make much sense to me. You'll surely get more use out of it. And we've been given a book on sustainable fishing. He pulls a crumpled book from his back pocket and hands it to you. The number of the pages are folded over. A number of the pages, sorry. Keep it in your cabin. Perhaps you can read it while you're on the water. Stop by for a chat any time. I know how lonely it can be. This man needs a friend. You enter a brightly lit shop. It's packed with antiques, the shelves full of jewellery and other baubles. Like Christmas. An old man peers at you over silver spectacles. This man is Santa Claus. Hello? Is that... No, I don't believe we've met. Forgive me, my eyes aren't what they used to be. The game is, like, heavily pointing to the fact that there's... like, we're gonna meet another fisherman or get lore on the other fisherman or something. I specialise in antiques and jewellery. I'll purchase any special trinkets you happen to have. Have you got anything nice with you today, perhaps? I have a light. I have a cracked light bulb if you'd like that. I can't wait for someone in the comments to point out that like 50% of the content on this channel is about Dredge. Shapes in the deep. I assume that that's treasure or whatever that guy was talking about. As I was saying, I can't wait for someone to point out that literally 50% of the videos on this channel are about fish in some way. I guess we're staying out, like, after dark tonight, aren't we, anyway? Is there going to be more of these, like, flounder things? Are they flounders? Golf flounders? I knew it. The lighthouse towers above. Waves crash endlessly against the perilous rocks below. All creatures, human or otherwise, would have their brittle bodies broken and thrown at its feet. You ponder the intrinsic power of this structure, a vast column of stone shouldering the responsibility of countless lives. How long will it stand? How long until it decays into ruin? Its purpose exhausted. Game's getting philosophical. The lighthouse towers above. Yeah, I don't like the fog. No, sir. Exposure to fog and other things increases your panic. Bright lights and sleeping it reduce this panic. Yeah, I'm kind of starting to see what they mean about, like, horror element to this game. Hang on, wait, what's that? That's another boat. Collect the item. What just happened there? They left something. Okay, night is clearly where, like, the bulk of this game happens. Let's go sell our stuff and upgrade. Because we've got like a waypoint or something going on there. Oh my, you look exhausted. You're not forgetting to get some sleep, are you? Hey, if the fishmonger can do it, so can I. As I always say, taking frequent breaks is an important part of being productive. The game's calling us out. Fishmonger. Yep, he's still awake. Make sure you're getting enough rest. Tired eyes won't fare well in these waters. Oh yeah, we can also get this weighted fishing rod now. Then I can sell our old one. I'm recycling. Oh, and it's daytime now. Let me rest. This is longer than I want to be. Oh god. It's about to be night again. It's like setting your alarm. And it comes up with a thing and it's like 2 hours, 16 minutes until alarm goes off. That's when you know that you've messed up. Oh, can I catch these big guys yet? Yeah, going right through here was that other ship. Hello? Foghorn. Hey, boat. I'm gonna sleep. And just while I go over there, I'm going to explain this little thing that I've got going on, which is, it's definitely going to be wrong. And as we go through this video, I'm just going to look stupid. It definitely between like the red pillar, like the message in a bottle or whatever we found, which I still need to open, and the boats that keep going outside of there that I don't see a day. The game wants us to leave this safe area. That's $111. Not only 111, 111.11. Our debt's paid off. The mayor is walking quickly towards you. He seems to be in a good mood, with a spring in his step. Fantastic news. Thanks partly to your efforts, Greater Marrow is growing. Our town is sure to be swarming with visitors any day now. In fact, I've granted a consent for the shipwright to expand her facilities. The old dry dock is operational again. I've also allocated some money to improve the fishmonger's services. He might have something to talk to you about soon. Keep up the good work. We're glad you've chosen to be here with us. This is what $40 like did for this town. I think we're gonna save up for this, the hydraulic rod, to start catching some of like the better stuff, or the cloudy lens, especially if we're gonna be following these other boats out. 20th of August 1927. When is this game set? In 2 years, these people are gonna have a lot of fun. Morning of the second day of the honeymoon, and our first day proper. Today we're sailing around the islands and the inlets at the back of Greater Marrow. I love the rocks here, the layers and colours are so striking. Furthermore, the fishing is relatively poor in these shallows, so I know he will keep his hands on the wheel instead of the rods. He renamed the boat last night, Julie. He did a fancy renaming ceremony and everything. I think he took that more seriously than the wedding. Supposedly it's very important to perform it correctly, lest you want ill fortune to follow the vessel. He wanted to throw away everything with the old name on it, but I kept the keychain. Ocean's Riches was a good name. I think he has prepared a surprise picnic lunch. I can see the basket half hidden, stuffed under a blanket in the front of the cabin. I love it when he tries to be romantic. It's talking about like ill will and the ceremony not being performed correctly. But this person's kept something. Ah, there's going to be a storyline to this and it's not going to end happily. Why has this one got a weird effect on it? What a... Ooh, that's a big fish. These are some of the big fish. That one's just ugly. These guys are not going to be friendly. Like, look at this. These are like our undiscovered characters. I don't think I want to discover this character actually. But yeah, here. This is what I mean. So there's another bottle thing over here. Like, it definitely feels like wherever, like whatever you call this kind of area is the safe part. Because we're getting almost like lured out of there. We do have more lore on that failing marriage. I guess it's not really failing yet though. That's an unfair assumption. We've got time for the lore dump. Gimme. We had a slight accident yesterday around the shallows at the back of Greater Marrow. A rock seemingly appeared out of nowhere and struck the front of the boat. It did not penetrate the hull, but it jostled us around and a few items fell overboard into the water. We did not see what they were, which is of some concern, but we believe all important articles are accounted for. He has been checking over some notes from the boat renaming ceremony. He is so paranoid that he performed the steps incorrectly. I've never known him to be so superstitious. That keychain's gonna kill him. That's my 2 cents. This is where that boat went through. On like the third night? I don't know what it was. I'm not saying anything super strange right now, except for like the Tower of Light. Oh, hello? There was something just there. Does the mayor want to talk to us? What can I do for you? Lore time. I want to ask about the wider region. Certainly. Is there somewhere in particular you wish to know about? I'll ask about one of these for now. Devil's Spine sounds curious. Ah yes, it's quite exciting really. An active volcano amongst a city of ancient ruins. I must caution against sailing there, however. The ruins lie low in the water and would surely tear through your hull. Not to mention the aforementioned volcano could erupt at any moment. You can hear it rumbling from here. Is there another area you'd like to discuss? We'll come back. And we're going to ask about the last fisherman. The last fisherman? Oh, he was very unreliable. He'd go out at night, come back with no fish, and proceed to sleep all day. Average YouTube fan. He was also a terrible captain. I mean, really terrible. Constantly running around on the reef, even in broad daylight. The shipwright almost ran out of wood for repairs. This man's probably dead, and he's just getting ragged on for being a god-awful captain. No, he was no good. One evening he left and never came back. So long. He shan't be missed by us. So he went out at night and just didn't come back. That man died. So can I catch these again? Yes, I can. Ooh. Grotesque mackerel. Hey, at least we got a trophy for that. That's pretty good. Corrupted scales and bulbous eyes, and like nothing you've ever seen before. So we got like just regular mackerel in here. This thing's just an anomaly. Imagine being the fishmonger and like, I don't know, you look the way he does. And it's like the 14th century or whenever this is. We're just going to agree that this is set. And I thought we were going to get another weird one. And you know, you send this guy out. He goes fishing and comes back with like an irradiated creature. Like I'm talking real act of God sort of stuff. Playing Tetris with fish is not something I ever thought that I would even begin to mention on this channel. Caught a strange looking fish. That's an understatement. Never seen anything like it in all my years. It died as soon as it was pulled from the water, but its scales are still pulsing with a strange rhythm. It is made of like uranium. Don't want to handle it anymore. Have headache and ears are ringing slightly. You are dying. That is radiation poisoning. Maybe the fishmonger at Greater Marrow will know more. This is a new species. You know, this is like when I went fishing with my uncle upstate. Exactly the same. That fish fits perfectly there. What is it today? Oh boy, do I have something to show you. You hand the grotesque fish to the fishmonger. He grins, raising the fish up to his face before inhaling a deep, stuttering breath. No wonder he looks the way he does. Ah, now this is the sort of specimen to liven up my day. I wonder. He runs his fingers firmly along the length of the fish, as though feeling for something. He pushes from one side of its stomach, and a small shape can be seen against the bulging scales. He slices the fish open. From its stomach he pulls a small piece of fabric and spreads it on the counter. It's a delicately patterned handkerchief. Well, I've never seen that before in all my days. I'll give you this thing, and I'll pay you for the fish too, of course. Alright, so we get the handkerchief, and I'm pretty sure that fish just sold for like $30, which is less than a stingray. It's not the first crafted fish I've seen in these parts, so I'm sure you'll find more before too long. I'll pay you well if you find any more. This is apparently a normal thing. A once beautiful handkerchief drawn from the insides of the grotesque fish, patterned with delicate crimson thread. That's a quest item if I've ever seen it. Let's sell all this. Return to town. A man is looking at you through your cabin window. His face is mostly in shadow. I know what you talk to the fishmonger. This man lives in your walls. And you come back on like the boat and he's like, oh, I know what you did. And I'll be clear, I know he extracted an artifact from it. I need to inspect it, but not here. Who is this man and how long has he been on my boat? Meet me on the Blackstone Isle. Head out of this bay and cut south. I have a business proposition that you'll want to hear. This man's gonna swim across like the haunted ocean. Some maniac that lives in my walls wants me to go talk to him about fish. You know what, I respect the hustle. Let's go meet him. I can't wait to find the fish that has a healthy diet of eating my soul. No way my man just lives here. Alright, let's go to the ruined mansion. The man is standing in a doorway, watching you approach. He's holding an old book in one hand. It's bound in crimson, with silver ribbons. You came. Good. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a collector of many things. Art and artifacts, treasure and truths, and curios. Curious? They occupy the periphery of desire. And you have something for me. You give the handkerchief to the collector. He holds it up to the flickering light and studies it. These patterns are unmistakable, even after all this time. This handkerchief comes from an old ship that I've been searching for. It sank many years ago. It carried items of great importance, as you can imagine. Retrieving them is proving to be a challenge. That's where you come in. My proposition is this. I will outfit your vessel with the equipment that will let you dredge the wrecks and dark depths. Find me these lost relics and I will reward you in ways beyond all imagining. You need not give up your fishing career. I'll merely need a few hours with your vessel to make the necessary alterations. What do you say? Sure thing, man. An excellent decision. I'll prepare the equipment immediately. The relics we're looking for are a ring, a necklace, a watch, a music box, and a key. I would encourage you to ask around the towns about shipwrecks or other strange occurrences. Anything that might be worth investigating. Return when you have something. Oh, I don't like how the music just flat cuts out like that. That's uncomfy. Pursuits. Oh yes, search for... Oh, okay, this is gonna send us like everywhere, isn't it? Let's make some money! Hey wait, this is the squid that we needed. Oh yeah. This is what it's all about. There's also like a ghostly apparition over here, so I'm definitely checking this out. Show me the money. Yeah, this is what we needed. That is a big fish. Voltaic grouper. This is one of them special fishes. Hey, you can't have my fish, they're mine. Wait, arrow squid lost to the birds. How do I... Scare them off, scare them off. No, they're taking all my stuff. He wasn't joking when he said that the birds are actually, like, terrible. How do I get rid of those guys? Have you got any fish for that order? Yes. Just leave what you have here. I'll keep the order on ice till it's ready to go. Well, I did have more stuff, but thanks, birds. The fishmonger wraps up the fish and hands you some money. $100 is... yeah, it's not bad. Been meaning to talk to you about a new business venture I've been considering. Crab pots. I've got one here for you, in fact. It's a bit banged up, but you could get it fixed at the shipwright. Thank you, good sir. Should be pretty straightforward. Just drop it out at sea anywhere, then come back after a day or two to check it. I've got a customer after a fiddler crab and a common crab. Both species can be found around here. So when you ask about the collector, you get this. I see a lot from up here, you know. I saw that ill-fated boat return. I chose to look the other way. I watched an unnatural glow flicker through those windows. Whatever you got planned, I hope you know what you're doing out there. Is the collector like a demon? Have you heard of any strange things happening? I see plenty of strange things from atop the lighthouse. Sometimes I don't know whether or not I can trust my own eyes. She holds the lantern up so that it shines brightly onto your face. Are you really standing here in front of me? Or is this just another one of the fog's tricks? Fog's tricks has a terrifying implication. You approach a woman sitting on the dockside, staring out to sea. She turns to you. What's it like out there? It's peaceful. It's gotta be a damn sight better than this bloody town. I think I just need to get away for a little while. Maybe not come back. Going backwards is a mistake, don't you think? You should always keep moving forward, moving along. Let's say I can't go back. She's gazing out to sea again, lost in thought. Say, if you find me some materials, maybe you can help me move. I mean, really move. There's an island I've heard about. Steel Point, just to the north. 2 units of lumber and 2 units of scrap is all I need. I can make a new place for myself out there. You'd be welcome to visit too. Just stack it up at Steel Point when you have everything. I'll pay you when the job's done. I like the way just this island's like version of Amazon as well. So what I'm understanding is that there's just mutated fish in the water. I'm not one to judge. Okay, so if I just release the crab pot like in here, is that going to be fine? That should be fine. Catching mackerel, life is good. There's actually no horror to this game. The horror element is just the idea of managing finances. A pile of loose debris. Clearing this would take some strong explosives. We need a bomb. Let's see what vile machinations we come across on this night. Ghost boat. That guy's moving fast. That guy is like running. Oh wait, I can totally start dredging for stuff, can't I? Ignoring the boat that's out there. Oh, what? Okay. We get to play like Subway Surfers. Don't run into that. Oh my. Oh, that's our first damage taken. So damage will actually affect your inventory, alright. Not all schools of fish are the same. Some contain abnormal specimens. Sometimes you can even tell just from looking at the surface. So that'll be what that glowing thing that we saw was. Grieving father. Hello, is everything okay? Do you know of any shipwrecks around here? Yes, well, you see, my only son was lost at sea some years ago. He's still out there somewhere, in one of those wrecks, all alone in the cold, dark water. We're just giving this man like flashbacks to losing his son. The man is clearly trying his hardest to remain composed, but tremors of grief rack his body. I was wondering, I noticed you have some dredging equipment installed on your vessel. If you're able to retrieve any of his belongings from the wreck, I think he'd feel more at peace if his mementos were with me. He wore a bronze belt buckle, specially engraved. I'd recognize it anywhere. If there's a chance you could find it, I'd be in your debt. Anything else I can help with? What do you know about any strange occurrences? I don't get out a lot anymore, so I don't see much of what goes on. But I do remember the old mayor in his final days. What an awful sight it was. Screaming and throwing things into the sea. Throw it back, he'll cry, over and over. That's in purple, which is the same thing that the aberrations, like any reference to them, is in. Begging anyone who would listen, howling it to the wind. These days, I almost feel like I understand. Anything else I can help you with? I'm pretty sure at the start of this recording, like an hour and a half ago, I had a joke to make about daylight savings. And I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. Mind the rocks. There's that boat again. Hey, what's with the eyes? What's with the eyes? Well, something freaky was going on there. Let's just go back to shore, shall we? Let's check our crab pot as well, actually. Common crab, common crab. Give me the 2 of these. Probably a terrible financial choice. Sell it. So that I can have this. Thems should be good pickings. Yeah, here he is. Hello, is everything okay? About that belt buckle. Give the belt buckle to the man. I have to, like... This is his. Oh, thank you. Bless you. You've returned him to me. Please, take this. I've not any money to pay you, but this might hold some value to you. Upgrade tokens! Yeah, I'll give you this for $7. $7.50, in fact. There you go, man. Well, we're venturing into, like, new horizons here. I think I'm definitely going to buy another motor for the boat as well. You've delivered all the necessary materials. You should let the builder know. Can we finally get these sharks that I've been talking about for a while? Look at that. Bronze whaler. Oh, that's a big guy. Let's see if we can fit another one of these into our inventory. Yeah, because if we get a speed upgrade, we can also like start chasing down whatever those other boats are. I have one final request for you. As you've seen, some fish around here can develop odd deformities. What do you think happens to a person that eats the flesh of one of these mutants? Let's say they go mad. Well, perhaps, but I want to know for sure. Bring me mutant fish, any will do. Just keep this between the 2 of us. This is an unethical experiment that he's just conducting here. This goes against, like, morals as a whole. But I mean, he's going to pay me to do it, so... Oh yeah, talk to the builder. You've done it? Well, no sense in wasting time. Let's get moving. You're going to put a person in your inventory. Good riddance to you, Greater Marrow. I'm onward bound. If I add another one of these right there... Oh, we're fast now. Let's sleep so that we don't go insane. This is noticeably faster. Oh, this is awesome. Yes, this will do. Thank you, fella. Give me a short while to get things built here. You're welcome to come back anytime. She reaches into her toolbox and pulls out a handful of components. Take these. Always good to have on hand. We're researching. Oh, you can research right here. Even better. We also get this, because this allows for better fishing. We can spend these two here. Oh, this is the furthest out we've been. Like, by far. Maybe dredging is going to be a good idea so that we can actually get some inventory space. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. Yeah, we're also going to be out here way too late. Fanged cod. That's not what a cod looks like. Well, that guy also wanted weird looking fish, so... Ethical dilemma, here I come. Alright, heading in. The fishmonger's going to be happy that we're adhering to this really, like, quite terrible plan. Oh god. Have you got any of those mutants with you now? Sadly. Remember, any apparent will suffice. I suppose they're all the same, underneath. What is he implying? Alright, here you go, man. The fishmonger takes the aberrated fish from you. He clutches it close to his chest, wringing his hands around its slimy body. Yes, this should do nicely. Here's what the fish is worth. Why don't you take these two? They're of no use to me. Oh, we're going to be doing so much research. Do you hear that? It sounds like the faintest whispering. You listen. Silence. In the stillness of the room, the fishmonger's hands begin to tremble. Are we going to need to find a new fishmonger? His face grows anguished. Please, sell what you need, then leave. I must deal with this creature, quickly now. Yeah, I got this for you, man. There you go. Have a nice night. The fishmonger's door slams behind you. You hear the heavy scraping of a metal bar sliding across it. The fishmonger's door is barred from the inside. That's weird. The stone hums quietly, sending ripples through the air around it. Faint shapes dance on its surface, vanishing before your eyes can focus on them. Place your hand on it. The cold stone does not respond to your touch. We do not have the magic power. I have to check this out. I think I see an aberration. Am I pronouncing that right as well? I hope so, or else that's actually just really embarrassing. Oh, that's a relic. That's what that funny man wanted us to find. I wonder if the boat's going to be coming this way. Yeah, like that. Blinding headache today. Did you come by yesterday? I don't recall. Anyway, what can I do for you? Did he eat the fish? Oh, he did, didn't he? Any new dialogue? Keep an eye out for larger fish. They'll feed more mouths so I can pay more. He's not going to be saying anything about what just happened, is he? Does the lightning actually do anything? I just saw it strike the water again. Oh, I almost just hit that. Okay. Wait, I don't want to put a crab pot here. Let me dock. Hello, funny man. You enter the collector's house. He's standing at the back of the room, still holding the silver and crimson book. He seems impatient. Well, you have something, don't you? Show me. You hand him the key. The cold metal shimmers a strange shine as he holds it. The shape of the key, the teeth, the head, now somehow seem changed, smaller. Has it always been this way? Is this all? Where's the lock? The collector grows agitated. It seems the pieces we're looking for have travelled further than I anticipated. Much further, I suspect. In that case, allow me to aid your travels. He turns a few pages in his book and mutters something low under his breath. A burst of light fills your vision and you stagger back briefly. This man's a wizard. Otherworldly. Well, that's an ability. Now go, we have more relics to uncover. My intuition tells me that the current may have carried some debris. Southeast, towards Gale Cliffs. Make that your priority. I'll mark a location on your map where you can begin your search. Anything else? He just gave us a sprint ability, didn't he? We're gonna have to run from something. Calling it right now. Let's ask about his, magic. The book holds power from the deep. I merely extended its powers towards you. Is there one in particular you wish to know more about? Haste. The words of haste are instant and cruel. They will impart a terrible speed to your vessel. Be warned, however, it may put a great deal of stress on your engines. Are there other powers you wish to know about? There's going to be more powers, aren't there? How long have you lived here? Quite some time. I used to be a fisherman, as was my father, but 2 decades ago I took up residence here. I needed to focus on other endeavours. I found that this island has a certain strength to it, those dark basalt columns stretching downwards into the deep. Anything else? Do you know who owned these relics? Yes. Who? He looks at you for a moment. A look of something like regret flashes in his eyes. An old friend. Anything else? Where should I look for relics? My intuition tells me that the current may have carried some debris southeast towards Gale Cliffs. Make that your priority. He said that already. Okay, so that's just in the ability thing, like with the crab pot, I guess. The lighthouse keeper emerges from the dark forest that flanks the town. She walks towards the dock with a confused look on her face. Oh, it's you. Who were you expecting? Your engine. It sounds like... I'm sorry, I mistook it for the vessel of an old friend. Dejected, she turns and walks back towards the lighthouse. I did see a shark over here, though, that we can fish up. Or at least big fish, I guess. Never mind. Well, there's a funny glowing sort of colour here, so let's see what eldritch horror we pull from the deep. Yeah, that fits the bill. How am I going to sit this guy? Like that. He's just upside down. A large body bisected by an enormous grinning maw. Teeth stretched down forever into the blackness of its large gullet. Or rather creepy, innit? As an oceanic aberration one, surely that's got to be worth, like, a bit. I like that everyone in the town acts like this is normal. Like, that's really my favourite part. This guy comes back with, like, an eldritch being that he's just fished up, and everyone's like, oh, good work. Let's go see if that person's house is built. I say this also because there was, what is it, dredging stuff over there. Yeah, it looks like it. Hey, thanks again for helping me move out here. I've managed to get myself set up now. I found this while I was unpacking. You should take it. She hands you a book. The cover is dusty, but in otherwise good condition. If you ever need to use the dock or store stuff here, be my guest. Looking good. This is where that boat comes through as well. Although I don't like being in the open ocean like this. Yeah, because of like the spirit over there. I think that's all the metal that we're actually going to be able to fit. If I do some shuffling, never mind, we're good. Ignore that our character's just like going insane. That's an apparent fish out there. I'm going to store some stuff because we're going to go get that fish. Because if I've learned anything, it's that these guys are worth money. You're not who I was looking for. You are. It kills me, but I'm gonna have to leave this other shark here. We need more inventory space. That's... Oh. Screen's going red. Oh! Something's grabbing me. Oh my. Hello? Okay, we're going back. I'm not too sure what was up with the foghorn there. Because that didn't look like the boat. Fisherman, what is it? You look a touch troubled. Is the fog starting to get to you? Completely normal around here, and nothing to worry about. With a good night's rest, you'll be right as rain by morning. I don't know about that, man. I'll sell this and get ourselves fixed up. I got nothing on what just tried to get us there. It looked like it was a fish the size of our boat. Okay, so this area is much more dangerous than I imagined. Maybe the people who have lived here for like decades weren't actually lying to me. And that going out at night is in fact a bad idea. At least we didn't lose like yachts of stuff. Haha, ocean pun. No, like, I think we lost some cloth and... Was it maybe a piece of wood? Ain't no fish unfit for mortal eyes gonna be stopping my fishing trip. At least not if it knows what's good for it. They call me the collector of cod. Ooh, that's an aberration right there. Despite the fact that it's night and our literal last night was a traumatic experience. You're not what I need. I need your horrifically deformed counterpart. There it is. That boat's out there. But we didn't see it last night. Which, that's what I'm confused about. I'm also keeping in mind though what it said about the fog playing tricks. Where like, I assume that these are actually... like real fishing boats and stuff. So I'm confused as to what it meant by the fog playing tricks. Alright, so I'm going to go out on a limb here. It appears that these little black dots on the map are villages, from what I'm assuming. So we're going to, today, try to make it to the Gale Cliffs. So we got an arrow squid. Pretty normal. Brood squid. It's funky. I like that I was talking before about, like, the villages. Hey, we got a second one of them. Huh. Yeah, I like what I was saying before about, like, the villagers just kind of accepting that this happens. And now I'm just like, oh, a mutant squid. Oh, what's up with the eyes? I still don't know what that means. I think the thing with the eyes is literally just our character going insane, actually. The mayor was right. Time really does just sort of sneak away from you, doesn't it? And because we're sitting out here, I'm gonna put that on. Now, my question is, can I rest here? I can. However, I have something I'm curious about. Like, very curious about. Because when that boat comes around, I've got a bit of a theory. There's like ambient noises that I really just don't like. Yes, here it is. Upon reviewing footage, have a theory that's not a boat at all. The thing that we saw looked a lot like an anglerfish. I don't think I'm going to be able to see it from here. Yeah. Yep, there's another shape there, look at it. Those aren't boats at all. Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to have to like zoom in or like pause. Look at those waves. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to like zoom in or pause that footage or something to actually show you what I'm talking about. I just sound insane right now. Talking about how like the boats are fish and stuff. What I'm thinking, I'm going to sell this. I'm going to buy, I'm probably only going to be able to afford one of these. I'll put that on there. And we can get the new spotlight. Which that's far more powerful. Now of course I have to ask this question. Can we catch those fish? Because I'm very much so willing to give it a shot. I think really first order of business though is to get over to this gale area. Oh yeah, these are some choppy waves out here. Wait, is this another boat? Wait, what? Is it? There is another boat out here. Ahoy there. You're a new face, a fisherman I take it. Perfect, well, we should get along like a house on fire. Haha. I'm a traveller and a merchant, all rolled into one. If you have any fish to sell, I'll take them on board and sell them at the next town I come across. Likewise, I haul a small cargo of equipment between places. You're welcome to peruse the stock and see if there's anything that takes your fancy. Come and see me when you're ready to trade. Oh wait, we can make upgrades and stuff here. This is wonderful. Oh wait, this is the refined metal for the hull upgrade. Hey again, come by for a chat. Do you need help with anything? Assistance from an angler? Absolutely. I've been trying to collect records of where each species of fish is located. I figured out most of them on my travels so far, but there are quite a few that I haven't been able to track down. Reckon you could share your info with me? Sure, I can help with that. Great, the fish I have left to track down are oarfish, gulper eel, Goliath, tigerfish, and not going to attempt that one. I know a little bit about each species already, so maybe I can point you in the right direction. What did you want to know? We'll come back to this. Let's ask about strange things at sea. Strange things? Plenty, but I try not to dwell on them. You could go crazy, you know. Huh. But hey, if you're seeing strange things, maybe you're not seeing them in the right way. Maybe they're not so strange after all. Or perhaps they are, and they're incredibly dangerous. Better not risk it. Is there anything else you want to talk about? What do you know about Gale Cliffs? Well, there's Ingfell just across the bay, which is a dreary little whaling town. The folks there are always in need of something, which keeps me in business. The residents are always talking about the cliffs. Most seem afraid. Frankly, I'm not sure why they stay. Occasionally I hear deep rumblings from within the rocks. I don't hang around here for long. Are you always out on the water? Yeah, always. I like to keep moving along. The merchanting is secondary to the travelling, really. I'm more of a merchant traveller. I get to see a lot of places, which is nice. I also get to meet a lot of people, which is only sometimes nice. This looks like a destroyed town. An old man emerges from one of the nearby broken buildings and hobbles towards you. Oh, greetings. Don't get many visitors around here. What is it that you need? What's happening near these cliffs? They're being consumed from the core by that hateful serpent. Have you seen it? Nobody would believe me, not until it started devouring our foundations, opening up chasms beneath our homes. It was nightmarish, waking in the night to the sound of the creature slithering somewhere underneath. It seems to have turned its attention elsewhere, but not before it took everything from me. What else do you want to know? What? I want to know more about that. It's been burrowing tunnels through the base of the cliffs. You can see the gigantic holes it leaves just below the surface. As it forces its way out, it often causes rockfalls, so if you plan on going there, keep an ear out. Should it catch sight of you, well, you should be able to outrun it. It's quite slow, provided you can navigate the passageways. What else do you want to know? Do you know of any shipwrecks around here? Someone that used to live here kept their ship moored at the base of the cliff until it was struck by some falling rocks and sunk to the bottom. They were devastated at the loss. We all were. It was a beautiful boat, decorated with all manner of memorabilia from their travels. At low tide, I can still see what's left of the masthead poking through the waves. What else do you want to know? This place doesn't seem safe. I've been stubbornly holding out here for quite some time. Truth be told, I've been reconsidering my position lately. I've been happy here for so long. My wife and I had such a beautiful life. Until the collapse. Now I'm all alone and cut off by the land and sea, only with these trembling rocks on all sides. I could help you move to Ingfell. It's not that simple. My brother would never. You see, I used to live in Ingfell with my brother. He was a whaler back in the day. Things were bad. We fought a lot, mostly about how our parents' inheritance should be divided. We're in the prime foolishness of our youth. When my wife and I decided to move here, I took the family crest and I stole it from him. Now after all this time, I can't return without it. Where is it? That's where the problem lies. After the collapse, that creature, it dragged debris from the houses down into its wretched burrows. The crest went with it. It's a lost cause, I know, but if you were to find it, well, it's a large whalebone crest. It would mean the world for me. Yeah, like I can look for it. Thank you, but please be careful. So yeah, I assume that there's going to be stuff to do at all of these islands then. Can I dock here? Oh, I assume not. That's some skilled boating right there. Alright, this is where I'm going to be leaving this video. Just to split it up because this is a much larger game than I actually anticipated. Thank you very much for watching.